Origin of the Kraken Legendary sea monster. Rooted in Norse mythology and Scandinavian folklore, we start by delving into the Viking myth, in which the Kraken appeared. It's Hafkufa or Linkbach, a living thing of enormous size, hidden beneath the waves to wait for the sailors to pass without a doubt. When we dive deeper in the legend of the Vikings, we will reveal the nature of the Kraken, which is described as a beast of enormous size, with tentacle-like organs. The mouth is like a beak, and eyes that burn like the moon. The enormous size and terrifying appearance of the Kraken, believed to have been inspired from encounters with large sea creatures such as a giant squid. The role of the Kraken in Scandinavian mythology, which describes it as a destructive power that can pull the entire ship under the waves. In these tales it is said that the Kraken lives in the deep and dark waters of the North Sea, create a whirlpool and devour the sailors who dared to get too close. The fear of the Kraken spreads all around to the extent that the sailors always avoid areas where the Kraken is rumored to live and redirect to safety. In addition to the terrible reputation, the Kraken also plays an important role in Scandinavian culture, as a symbol of the power of the ocean and the dangers that appear in these legends. The Kraken serves as a reminder to the cruel nature of the sea and constant threats hidden beneath the surface of the water. For those who dare to dive into the depths of the sea, it can be said. Kraken story in Norse mythology and Scandinavian folklore. It has cultural significance in the ancient world as quite a lot. Let's delve into the fascinating story of a confrontation between sailors and the Kraken, including the origins of these stories. We will explore historical stories, myths and sources contributed to the enduring legend of the Kraken. One of the most famous stories about encountering the Kraken. It comes from a Danish historian and naturalist Erik Pontoppidan. In the book The Natural History of Norway, year 1752, Pontoppidan records the story of the Kraken, found off the coast of Norway. In this story the ship's crew saw the beast rising from the depths, build whirlpools to pull ships under the sea. Quick thinking and skillful maneuvering of the crew narrowly escaped from the hands of the Kraken. Another outstanding story comes from an Icelandic legend, known as the Orvar Odr saga. This 13th century fairy tale tells the story of a hero, Orvar Odr, who fights the fearsome Hafkufa along with his crew. In this story, Orvar Odr and his men are able to defeat the beast by attacking its enormous tentacles, which led to the retreat of the beast into the depths. Another story. It comes from a 16th century Swedish writing. The name Konungs Skuggsjö, or the King's Mirror. This manuscript details a conversation between a father and son. His father described the Kraken as a large creature that could swallow a whole ship in one gulp. A father warns his son about the dangers of sailing too close to Kraken territory. It underscores the fear the mythical monster instills in sailors. These stories, including countless other things, inherited from many generations, contributed to the widespread belief in the Kraken's existence and its terrifying power. Many sailors would share stories of their encounters with the Kraken, power up a legend, and created the image of the Kraken. Let's be a symbol of the mystery of the ocean and the dangers of maritime exploration. We begin to understand more deeply about the Kraken and confrontation. Myths. And how did these historical stories contribute to the myths that still captivate our imaginations today? We will explore various depictions of the Kraken in art, literature, and popular culture by tracing the origins and their sources to understand comprehensively about the impact of living beings on the human imagination over the centuries. One of the earliest artistic representations of the Kraken can be found in Olaus Magnus's Carta Marina, a map created in 1539. This influential map of the Scandinavian region features a sea monster of the size of a sea monster, the large Kraken-like tentacles surrounding the ship. Carta Marina not only provided a representation of the Kraken, but also influenced later artists and cartographers. This includes similar creatures in their works. In literature, the Kraken gained notoriety through the poem, The Kraken, by Alfred Lord Tennyson, published in 1830. Tennyson's poem describes the Kraken as a colossal creature, who sleeps at the bottom of the sea, waiting for the end of the world. Vivid images of poetry and the alluring description of the beast contributed to the popularity of the Kraken in literary circles, and inspired many writers to include this creature in their works. Jules Verne's famous novel, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, published in 1870, further popularized the Kraken. Verne would never explicitly refer to this monster as the Kraken, but many readers and scholars have drawn comparisons between the novel's villain and the mythical beast. The Kraken is also an important figure in the visual arts. A prominent example is the illustration of Pierre Denis de Montfort, from his 1801 work, Histoire naturelle générale et particulière des mollusques. From stories of sailors and ancient legends, it presents an enormous squid-like creature attacking a ship, strengthens the image of the Kraken as a terrifying sea monster. The Kraken has finally found a home in modern pop culture by appearing in films such as Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest in 2006, and Clash of the Titans in 2010. Although inspired by traditional myths and legends, but always take creative liberties, expanding Kraken's image and influence in contemporary storytelling. The Kraken in art, literature and popular culture, as well as the source and inspiration behind the scenes of these images. The Kraken's lasting impact on the human imagination, and its ability to hold people's attention to this day. For centuries, sailors and seafarers have told tales of an immense creature known as the Kraken. According to legend, this creature was a giant sea monster, capable of wrapping its tentacles around ships and dragging them down to the depths of the ocean. In real-life reports of octopus sightings, this became more common as whaling ships went out to sea. In 1873, the first photograph of a giant squid was taken off the coast of Newfoundland by a group of fishermen. The images confirm the existence of creatures that can grow up to 43 feet long and have arms that span 10 feet. When there are reports of sightings of more and more giant squids, scientists began to realize that the Kraken was likely based on these real-life creatures. However, the legend of the Kraken has a life of its own and is deeply embedded in popular culture. Despite scientific evidence in the 20th century, a new wave of interest in the Kraken arose from popular culture. This includes movies, TV shows and video games. However, as technology advances, scientists can explore the depths of the ocean in greater detail, and they discovered even more interesting creatures. In the 1960s, scientists discovered a new species of squid that could change color and shape. This is called a mimic squid. In the 1980s, a new species of octopus was discovered off the coast of Japan, with tentacles up to 33 feet long. Today we know the Kraken is nothing more than a myth. However, the legend of the Kraken has had a lasting impact on popular culture, and real-life octopuses continue to impress our imaginations with their incredible abilities and mysterious lives in the depths of the ocean. Despite the scientific evidence debunking the Kraken as a real creature, the legendary sea monster continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. The Kraken's tentacles have reached beyond ancient mythology and into modern literature, film, and other forms of media. In literature, the Kraken has appeared in works ranging from children's books to adult fantasy novels. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire features the giant squid in Hogwarts Black Lake, while China Miéville's Kraken novel places the creature at the center of a supernatural mystery in modern-day London. Beyond its appearances in pop culture, the Kraken has taken on a symbolic meaning in modern storytelling. The creature has come to represent the mysteries and power of the ocean, and the dangers that lie beneath its surface. In many stories, the Kraken serves as a warning to those who dare to venture too far into the unknown depths of the sea. The Kraken's enduring legacy is a testament to the power of myth and the human imagination. While we now know that the creature is not real, its influence continues to be felt in popular culture and in our fascination with the mysteries of the ocean. As we continue to explore the depths of the sea, We may discover new wonders and creatures that capture our imaginations in the same way the Kraken has for centuries. And all that. It's the story right now. Thank you for joining us and listening. Please press subscribe and press the notification bell. When there's something new, we'll come to sit around the circle and listen to each other again. For today, have a good day to you. See you then.